everybody, it's Kay, and I'm here today with the October 2025 Macy's Beauty Box. So let's see what's in here. So it comes wrapped up. I've already been through it, but it comes wrapped in this little pink tissue, which I save and use for presents later. It has a little coupon in here, $5 off of $20 purchase, and it looks like the theme is Prep and Prime for Summer, which is odd. I don't know whether they put the wrong one in here. Based on the dates of the expiry, 10/21 to 12/22, they did not put the wrong card in here. So maybe this was one that they were trying to do earlier in the year and they weren't able to, but that is what it is called, Prep and Prime for Summer, and here we are in the fall. So I don't know how to explain that other than that's what it is. So this box I pay $15 for, and I was happier with this than I thought I was going to be. And one of the things that I do, if you watch my videos, I like to figure out what value I actually got for what I paid. So I've done that in here as well. So the first item I'm pulling out of here is by MAC, and it is Maximal Sleek Satin Lipstick. And what they've done here is they've given us a sample card. So these are definitely fall colors. I probably would wear this color, maybe this one. I don't know that I would wear the brown. So I'm not going to be able to put a value on this because this is truly just a sample card. So I was a little surprised to see that in here. So I'm not really personally counting that as an item. So, but I am happy to get to try it. I'll say that. So the next item I pulled out of here is the Lancome. This is the Sills Booster XL. Now, if you've ever gotten a gift with purchase from Lancome, you've gotten this multiple times, and I have gotten it over the years, and I like it. I really like the mascara that is in the Def and Sills mascara. It's still one of my all-time favorites after all these years and all these different mascaras. And so I don't really use and it's white. I'm not going to open it because I don't want it to dry out, but I will use it. I probably have a full size of them, or I think actually I have one on the way as well from the Macy's holiday box with Lancome. And so, they help. And if I'm going to use one of these boosters or primers, it's going to be this brand. This is about the best one that I've ever tried. I think it does give you more volume, and this is a good one. So I'm happy to have it. And when I calculated the price of this, I was really surprised. This is actually, and it's even sold as $16. Isn't that amazing? Now full size is 30, but this fluid ounce on here of a 0.07 fluid ounce is sold, and I found it on Nordstrom for $16. That would be probably similar to Macy's as well. So I was surprised about that. So, okay, the next item, and this looks pretty small, but it's actually a full sample. It's up to here. It's not like we get sometimes where in Ipsy where the sample's down to here. No, it's a full size sample. It's full. So this is the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base primer and hydrator all in together. So there's what it looks like, a little bit easier to see. Okay. So this product is actually sold for 15, it comes in different sizes, but 15 milliliters sells for $25. This is 7 milliliters, and so this is actually an $11.67 sample size. So I'm actually excited to try this. I have never tried it. I have heard that it's good. So it's a primer and moisturizer together. It has a teeny bit of almost seems like a minty smell to it, a little bit. It feels nice. I do find that I need to use a primer, so I'm actually happy to have that sample. So these are small, but when you start to look at what the price of these full-size products are, they're more expensive, I think, than like what we would see in Ipsy. Okay, this is by Bumble and Bumble, and it is the hair BB hairdresser invisible oil. Okay, so I don't really use too much oil on my hair. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it. I mean, I'm sure I would use very, very little of it, um, but I'll give it a try. So it has a nice smell. It's not overpowering. So let's take a look at this. This is in a full size, well, based on the full size price of it, and this being 1 fluid ounce, it's actually about a third of what I think they would actually sell 3 fluid ounces. So this is an $8 sample here. Okay, so happy to have that. Give it a shot. So I like that we have different things in. We have a primer. We have something for the eyes. We have something for the makeup. And now this one is really surprising. But when you see what it is, this is by Giorgio Armani. And this is the Crema Nera Reviving Cream. And this sells for, in the full size 50 milliliter refill, sells for $370. This is actually 5 milliliters. So this is 10% of a full size. This is a $37 sample. So I would never pay $370 for this. There it is. And I'm sure it's a very nice reviving cream. Doesn't have much of a smell. There it is. I'm really interested to try it. And I will say, one of my favorite foundations is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. It's one of just my all-time favorites. So, all right. This is I'm actually very happy to have this. So, I'm glad to get to try it. Okay, so let's see what else we have in here. Okay, this looks really small, and this is by Smashbox. It is the primerizer photo finish here. Okay, so I like Smashbox primers. They work pretty well. This is 17% of a full size. A full size of this is 1 ounce. This is 0.17 ounces. So this is actually a $7.14 sample, and it's not it's full. I mean, it's up to here. So at least, even though they're small in tubes, you're actually getting what they're saying it is, and it's a good size. So the one other thing we have in here, and they just put in here these different things, and I'm glad I actually get use out of them. This is eye gels. In fact, I'm going to particularly like this one. So I would imagine that the instructions are that you put it in the refrigerator, and it does come with instructions there. And then, put it on here to help with puffiness. And so I'm especially happy to have this because I do get some sinus trouble here and there, and I like to put some cold pressure, some cold pack or something on there. But also I've had some dental things going on recently and getting a little bit of swelling. I'm still actually got a little bit of swelling from something we did last week. So I'm actually happy to have this, and sometimes I don't get as much sleep as I'd like, and this looks like something I will actually use. Sometimes they put in things that I probably won't use, but I generally do find some use out of it. So what do I think about this box? I actually like it. I don't think it's for the summer really, but I'm going to use everything in here, so that makes it worth it to me. It's when I don't have there's things that I'm not going to use, that doesn't make it as good for me. Now, I do miss the fact that we don't have a perfume. I really I haven't seen that in a while. I like it. And I thought about it, maybe the reason they're doing that is I've got so many of these perfume samples. I don't need to buy the full size of it because I have enough of the sample. So I don't know if that was part of it. Maybe the cost of it was too much. Maybe people weren't enjoying it as much as I was. I don't know, but I do miss it, and I wish they could at least every once in a while put that in there. So anyway, I think this is a good box. So this value for the $15 I paid, $79.81 worth of products. So they may be small, but these are very nice brands, and I probably wouldn't try them any other way because I get so many things from Ipsy and Allure that I really like, FabFitFun as well. So anyway, I think I'm still going to, $15. It's worth it to me. I enjoyed getting it. So anyway, thank you for stopping by. Let me know what your favorite product in here was. I'm thinking mine, and I shouldn't get too attached to it. I'm really most excited probably about the Giorgio Armani product. So I probably least excited about the hair thing. I don't know. I'll have to figure out, it has a nice smell anyway, so I'll have to figure out how to use it. I don't know. So anyway, that's everything for today. Thank you for stopping by, and have a great day.